Hey Bookworm family, it's Danny. So I'm making this vlog style video just to kind of explain why I haven't been active for a long time. It's actually been a few weeks, I think. Um, so I'm just kind of like selfieing this video. I didn't really feel like setting up or anything, but just want to explain to you guys kind of what happened. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that my dad passed away. So basically, you guys know that I was planning to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and also go to a cruise. And basically, 2 days before that, we we were like really excited. It was Friday night, and all we could do was talk about the cruise and how excited we were and all that stuff. And I was so excited that I actually decided to go to bed early, which never happens because we were leaving on Sunday and I had one more day of work. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed early so that way tomorrow comes faster so I can pack and all this stuff. And so basically, I went to bed. I think I went to bed at like 9 o'clock, like wicked early for me. I normally don't go to bed till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, something like that. But I like turned to my mom and I was like, hey, make sure dad doesn't knock on my door because like he always would like walk by my room and like knock on my door and stuff like that. So I was like, make sure dad doesn't knock on my door because I'm going to bed early. At about I think it was like 11 or 11:30, I heard like really loud screaming. And I thought like my parents were like goofing around or something because sometimes they thought it was funny to like wake me up like by like yelling really loud or something like that, or like I had like overslept or something because I went to bed so early. I didn't really know what was going on, but I woke up to like really loud screaming, and it didn't stop. So I like got out of bed and shouted like, I'm coming. And I walked into the next room and saw my mom on the bed giving CPR to my dad. Um, and she was like, call 911, call 911. He's not breathing. He's not breathing. So I got on the phone, called 911. I was still like half asleep. I was in shock. My heart was racing so fast that they were asking me questions like where I lived, and I didn't know. And they were asking me like how old my dad was, and I didn't know. Like it just like completely all fell out of my brain. Like I was trying so hard to remember, and like the lady's like, it's okay, just take a deep breath, tell us what you can tell us, kind of thing. So I eventually figured out what my address was and like how old my dad was and stuff like that. So I saw that my mom, because my mom has, we've talked in the past about how my mom has myasthenia gravis, which really affects like her muscles, her breathing, her eyes. It's an autoimmune condition. It affects pretty much her whole body and just like attacks her body. And I could see that she was really red and out of breath trying to give CPR to my dad. So I jumped in and started giving CPR to my dad. And I just remember like praying really hard, and being like, please, please, like, Lord, like, bring him back. But like, he was very obviously blue. So I was asking my mom what happened, and she said she was giving him CPR for like 10 minutes, and that he didn't come out to get like his diabetes shot, his Lantus insulin. And so she went in to give it to him, and she found him on the bed, not breathing. And she doesn't know when it happened, but we can only assume it happened like right when he got into bed because it would have only been like an hour. So I was giving CPR. I know that I I like knew he was dead. Like I knew that the CPR wasn't going to help, but I was doing it because I knew like my mom needed me to. So, anyways, the ambulance comes. Luckily the ambulance is like right down the street from us, like literally around the corner. So like it only took like not even a minute for them to get there after calling. And they worked for a while, and they took him up to the hospital, and my brother came and got me and my mom and took us up to the hospital. And I don't even think we were in the hospital for a full hour before they pronounced him dead. And I like couldn't go in at first because I didn't want to see. So I went to the grieving room and I just lost it. And I had to call all my family and tell everybody what happened. It was like the worst thing. I've never actually pictured myself having to call my family and be like, hey, this person's dead. Like, I always thought, like, that's, like, the older sibling's job, but my brother was being there for my mom, and I knew that I had to do it, so I called everybody. Um, it was definitely, like, the worst moment of my life. Like, my grandma passed away when I was 13. Oh my gosh, I'm getting teary-eyed. I really thought I, like, cried all the tears out already, so, but I'm getting, like, teary-eyed. But, like, my grandma passed away when I was 13, so, but it was a very, very, like, expected death, and this was very, very unexpected, so it was a completely different feeling. Like, it was a feeling that I never in a million years ever wish upon anyone. It was the worst feeling in the world, and there was just so much pain walking through the hospital with my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and my brother leaving without my dad. Like, it was the worst. I can't believe I'm getting teary-eyed. I really thought I cried all the tears out. Guys, sorry. I guess I don't have to be sorry for this situation. Like, I would never tell anyone to be sorry about this situation, but, so it was horrible. We obviously did not go on our cruise. That was, like, one of the first thing that my kids at work asked if I was still going to go on vacation. And I was like, no, like, we have to go to a funeral now. But that's a very, like, little kid thing to ask. So I wasn't, like, mad about it or anything. But yeah, it was, my mom and I just sat up all night. We didn't go to sleep. We just literally stayed awake all night. And I actually ended up going to work the next morning. I didn't work. I had my friend, I've talked about her before, but my friend Cassie came in and subbed for me. And I kind of just sat in the back of the room just to, like, feel normal. It was so weird. It is still weird. One of the things that we're doing, right now is that we're moving because, I don't know, I think first of all, it's hard for me and my mom to be in this house without him. But it's also, like, my dad was our rides because my mom can't drive because of her condition and I can't drive because of my anxiety. So it's really hard to, like, go back and forth to babysit my brother's kids. I've been going over there with my mom every morning to kind of help get them on the bus and stuff. It's been hard. Like, it's definitely, I'm still, like, kind of, like, expecting him to still be here. Like, I kind of, like, go out in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, the light's on, dad must be awake, and then I realize that my mom's sleeping with the TV on. So, I can't believe I'm crying again, because I really thought that I had no more tears left. Like, I've cried so much, but, I am making this video not to, like, upset any of you guys, and I definitely am gonna put a trigger warning on the beginning of this video in case anybody is triggered by this kind of stuff. Like, I'm definitely okay now. Like, I know you can't tell by the crying and stuff like that. Like, I'm never gonna be okay. Like, but things have gotten better over the past 2 weeks. Things have gone back to a kind of normal schedule. I'm a huge normalization person. I like my schedule. I like my regularization. So, but it's tough right now because we are going to move in with my brother. However, we've decided as, like, a whole family that my brother's house isn't big enough for all of us. So we're moving into a bigger house for all of us. So right now I'm going to be moving into my brother's basement. And my mom's going to be moving into the baby's room. The baby moved into Ava's room. And we're going to be doing, living there for, like, anywhere from a month to a year. Like, the realtor really can't give us an answer, but she said it'll probably be sooner than we expect. So, we are going to go live there. Everything's going in storage for right now because they're going to sell this house. So basically we're going to have, like, a bed and a bookshelf, which you guys know is, like, killing me because I have to, like, put my books in storage. I actually refuse to put them in a box. Like, I went out and got really nice tote bins to put them in because everyone was like, just put them in a box. I'm like, I am not putting my babies in a box. I am getting text messages from my Grubhub. It's because I just ordered Grubhub. But basically we are moving this week. We're moving on Sunday, so a week from today, actually. We're moving on Sunday into my brother's I'm moving into my brother's basement. Everything's gonna be in storage. We're gonna have just, like, a few things. And then eventually we're gonna move into a bigger house within this year. So things are gonna be kind of different on this channel. mainly because I'm not going to be able to read as much because all my books are going to be in storage. I will still be able to read on my Kindle, get library books, stuff like that. That's all fine. I probably will read as much. I'm just like right now, like reading is kind of like too quiet for me. I'm sure some of you guys who have like experienced loss and stuff can understand that too, but reading is just like kind of too quiet, and I need, like, I've been watching a lot of TV, which I'm not usually a TV person, but I'm like, I just got to distract myself with TV. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know what happened, kind of what's going on. My family, we've definitely like moved past the shock phase, and it's just still really like hurting us, I guess. Like, it was so unexpected. But one of the things we are doing is, because we had to cancel our trip, is my mom and I are actually going to Disney World with my brother and his wife and their kids in April. And while we're down there, I'm going to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, just to kind of have like a family vacation after all this and stuff. And it's just kind of been like an awful month. Like, obviously losing someone is horrible, but beyond that, like, everything has just been crappy this month. Like, a tree flew into my brother's pool the other day, and it was just like, really, all the places that tree could have landed, you chose the pool. Like, really. So like, things are just like not great right now, but you know, and the holidays coming up, again with the Grubhub, with the holidays coming up and stuff, I'm sure it's gonna be tough having our first holidays without my dad. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what happened, why I haven't been posting. But I have read a few books this month, just kind of silly books, not like silly, but like short books that, like, when I could handle it, I would just sit down and read in one sitting and then kind of put it away until I was ready to read again. I've been working a lot just to distract myself, kind of thing. And on top of all this, I also have a ruptured tendon in my foot. So that is killing me. It is absolutely the most painful thing ever. And I'm still working and still dancing, and it's probably horrible for my foot, but I'm like, I need to do this for my like mental health. And honestly, like, I just want to thank everyone, because we've had like the biggest support system through all this. Like, everyone's been so supportive, everyone's been so positive in our lives. That's kind of been coming and helping out. And also, just like, the donations we've gotten are more than we could have ever expected. But also, like, I don't know what I'd do without like work, without the people there and stuff like that. And the kids, like, they have just honestly brought a smile to my face. And even though this was like a wicked hard time, everybody has just been more than I've expected people to be. I am so not a people person. And just having people lately has been really positive in my life. So even though I'm not a people person and I'm very introverted and I don't like being around big groups of people at all, having people has been really positive. I also, for those of you who know that I struggle with mental health stuff, I've seen my therapist a bunch, and I have a great therapist. She's actually texted me every day to kind of just check in and stuff like that. So, you know, I am taking care of myself, and my family is all taking care of each other. And I just want to let you guys know that, like, things are going to be okay. Like, this is rock bottom for my family right now, and things are going to get better. I've hit rock bottom so many times in my life, and I know things get better. It just sucks when you're there. So, for anybody who else is going through that, like, rock bottom feeling, like, it gets better. It really does. And you just got to lean on those who are there for you. And if you don't have anyone there for you, like, seriously, message me. Like, I don't like people, but I love listening to people. Like, I really should have been a therapist, because I am just like, I love being able to just listen. Like, I never have great advice, but I'm always just there to listen. So, like, if you feel like you have no one, feel free to message me. I will respond. I obviously don't have many followers right now, so I will respond. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I will let you guys know I am going to do a huge unhaul within the next couple days and post that. It's probably not going to be very exciting, but I have to get rid of some of these books because I really can't move all of them. It pains me to do so, but I will do it so that I can move. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I'm sorry if it was triggering for anyone. I hope that if you saw the trigger warning, you didn't end up watching the whole thing. But yeah, it's just crazy times, guys. Crazy times. But thank you guys for understanding why I'm not posting right now. And, you know, you guys are great. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who has helped my family and all of you viewers out there who don't even know my family, who are putting us in your well wishes and prayers and positive thoughts and all that. So thank you guys so much. Bye.